welcome back to the show. Kwanghi Chan is making honey glazed pork chops. We're starving. We hope he has lots of them. How are you getting started with this, Kwanghi?
I'm good. So I have some pork chops, okay? So a lot of people don't... I'm a big pork chop fan, no? A lot of people...
Probably order it, but I wouldn't cook it, I don't think.
Do you
I'd
not
try
know?
it. No,
See, that's what I mean, like, but there's really good pork out at the moment, you know what I mean?
Okay.
So this is a chop, okay? But there's loads of little really rare pork kind of, you know, farms around our little small producers, you know, and they're producing really, really good pork, you know, organic stuff. So I have some sesame oil. I'm going to marinate this pork chop first because you want to get that hoisin glaze on it. So I'm doing hoisin pork. So I have some soya sauce, some sesame oil, and what I'm going to do, I have a little Ziploc bag, so I'm going to do one here. I have some marinating there for the last maybe an hour, like, so you can do this at home and just put it in your fridge if you want and come back to it, you know, and Ziploc it, put it in your fridge, leave it in there, maybe half an hour to an hour and forget about it.
Very nice.
So that's it. And what we're going to do now is I'm going to use this one. I have a pan here heating up. I'm going to put a bit of oil, very simple. Just going to fry it off. And
that's the noise we like to hear. Isn't that right?
Yeah. Don't mention the last words.
Don't jinx it on it. He's cute as a cucumber, man.
I know.
Exactly, not
Thanks, Lee.
bother.
So I haven't cooked for you in ages, actually.
Really?
Yeah, it's been a long time. Yeah. So it's quite nice to actually sit beside you. So have some oil here, and what I'm going to do is just fry this off. So now I'm going to fry this off. And what I'm going to do then after I fry it off, I'm going to stick it in the oven and finish it off. So I'm going to brown it off on both sides. Okay.
It sounds great, doesn't it?
Sounds very satisfying.
The sound is right, yeah? Sounds good. So we're going to leave that there.
Because that's what I'd be worried about. It would toughen up, but it doesn't get too tough if it's in the oven and it's been marinated, presumably.
No, I eat my pork kind of like medium well, you know. I don't like it well done because it's kind of too dry, you know. So I know some people like their pork really well done, yeah. This is right, you know.
Yeah. Be worried about too many pinks.
Seems to be the thing, isn't it? But when you're in Europe, like you get pork medium.
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, it's interesting, yeah.
People are frightened of pork, when they find out that it might
I think it's got a bad name for years.
They are,
Cook it.
Yeah, because that's what we're led to believe, that you need to cook chicken and pork.
Yeah,
absolutely. Well, chicken's different, yeah, so definitely chicken, but yeah. So I'm going to cut some onions. I'm making a little salad here. So I suppose I could have served it with rice or could have served it with anything, but I like a little salad to go with it, you know.
Okay.
I have some shavings of some carrots. I like to do shavings like this here, so peel it and just to get a shaver and just
lovely.
Yeah. And then also cucumber to give that lovely freshness in there as well. Okay. So I'm going to turn this up another little bit. So
that's cool.
Yeah. And now what you want is you want a kind of like a brown kind of, you know, a sear on it. So I'm just going to turn this over. So give that another good bit on that side. And in this, I'm going to put curly kale in here. Okay?
It's the time of year.
Yeah, it's the time of year.
It is.
Because on the recipe I had a Chinese cabbage. And I said, no, I'm going to use curly kale because it's in season, you know.
Yeah.
And it's quite healthy as well. So.
And you know what? It's not used as much around Halloween as it used to be. And that was your traditional veg for Halloween.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah. I quite like it. I like it raw. I know some people like a bit of butter and kind of sweating down. I think when you kind of put it down, cut it down a small bit. I quite like the chew in it, like a raw salad, you know. So I'm just going to leave that on there for another little minute. Okay.
Some people would put it in the oven and just kind of roast it and use it almost like a snack.
Yeah. Crispy, They sprinkle a bit of spice over it, So I have some spring onion as well, and this give it kind of like a lovely zingy kind of flavour to it. I have some sesame seeds. So I'm going to stick this in the oven for a minute, okay? So I have this oven about 220 degrees. Yeah. And I'm going to leave it in there just for a couple of minutes until we finish.
Yeah, because it looks as if it's almost cooked.
It's nearly cooked, but it's not really yet. So what we're going to do is make a little dressing, okay?
It's a quick dish, isn't it? You can do this when you're home from work. You can rattle it off quite quickly. Well, that buys you marinate.
Exactly,
I suppose.
So have some soya sauce. So this is a really quick dressing. So it's like a bit of like a French dressing. You make olive oil and you put a bit of vinegar in there. So have some rice wine vinegar, soya sauce, and also sesame oil. So that's our three components for a dressing. So what we're going to do now is just going to just blitz this up a bit. I hope this
While
machine
you're
works for me.
blitzing, tell us the new book, Luke, Keep Calm and Trust the Science. You've been journaling it.
Exclusive, yeah. October 29th. Yeah, there it is. It's coming out.
Wow.
So it's my diary from January 2020. To April, all through
January
COVID,
2020,
basically.
God.
The opening paragraph says, there's a new virus, nothing to worry about. Because at
Whoa.
that time we didn't know.
Okay.
Oh, man.
It grows and grows and grows. So it's all about the science of the virus, my lab, the research we've done, my own home life, all the things we went through, the lockdowns and everything.
What's in there that will surprise people, do you think? What insights do you give
that's a
us?
good question. Well, one big surprise would be my lab reopened in April. And that was quite soon, you know.
April
obviously.
2020 was soon,
yes,
yeah.
we're back in again, you know.
Yeah.
People went, how'd you get permission? And I said, well, we were essential, we were doing research, so we're allowed in again, you know. And how quiet Dublin was in those, remember those months? It was amazingly
Apocalyptic,
quiet.
yeah.
So that was one thing.
But we needed you back because, yeah.
Well, that's right, Martin, precisely. Yeah.
You know, you weren't allowed back, but we needed you back in there.
And I tell the triumph of all the discoveries and how the vaccine is discovered and all that kind of thing as well. And it's my real diary, because I knew there was trouble.
So you
I
would
kept it.
journal every day then?
Well, I kept a work diary, but I kept adding more little notes in because I kind of knew this is very serious, you see.
Yeah.
One example is at the end of February, I watched a film called The Gathering Storm, and that seemed all the more relevant too, because this storm, remember, we all remember those days. It's terrible.
Because it was just a few weeks after that when the first case was reported in Ireland.
Exactly.
Right, so you blitzed up your dressing and added that through the solid
so I
ingredients?
blitzed up my dressing, just give it a bit of blend with my little my machine there today. So I put the pork chop. Isn't that lovely?
Gorgeous
lovely
sauce.
glisten to it.
Yeah. So, and that's it. And just
Brilliant.
lovely. And that flavour that's actually gone right in there. It's really nice, you know. So, yeah.
It smells fantastic as well as everything else.
Brilliant.
Okay.
Thank you.